A town in Judea was forced to defend itself against the cruel general and his men. It was never pretty when they captured the city. They showed no mercy, compassion, or pity. Men would be murdered and women defiled. This army was vile, they would kill every child. The townspeople knew no one would survive if the city ever fell, so they fought for their lives. They denied the general each time he tried to break inside. They were well fortified, but he saw that he couldn't just win by force, so he ordered his army to change its course, surrounding the town with an all-out siege. Nothing could enter, no one could leave, trying to make them surrender or die by cutting their food and their water supply. As the weeks went by, things got bad. They consumed almost everything they had, sinking deep in despair with no food or drink. Thinking of surrender, they were on the brink. Leaders convinced them to stay and pray that God would save them in the next few days. After that, unless they were blessed with success, they would just surrender and hope for the best. But one young woman who lived in the town found courage to fight. She would not back down, braver than any man. She came up with a plan and took the situation into her own hands. She was Yehudit, daughter of the high priest, senorita, way hotter than the noonday heat. A petite little widow who knew how to talk sweet, more charming than most women you'll ever meet. Master of the sea, she was able to be an elite general on his own love seat. Her feat of bravery made her army retreat to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. She got dressed in the best clothes she had left, things she hadn't worn since her husband's death. As I'm sure you can guess, she was looking real pretty when she slipped outside through the gates of a city. The soldiers stopped as soon as she crossed. She said she had urgent news for their boss, so without delay they whisked her away for the general to hear what she had to say. And when she came to greet him, her voice was sweet, saying, "Nice to meet you, I'm Yehudit. I decided that I could not stand by while my people stubbornly starve and die. If you give me your word that you'll show us some pity, I tell you how you can capture the city. See, as long as their Jewish faith is strong, our God will not let you do them wrong. But soon when they run out of things to eat, everyone will turn to unkosher meat. Then God will be angry, ignore their call, and all of the city will easily fall. If you like, I could try to be your spy, to keep an eye on their food supply. When in fact they run out, I'll come back so you know exactly when to attack." The general was struck by this woman's charm. She had a good plan, it could do no harm, so he agreed and commanded that his army should allow her to come and go as she pleased. She was Yehudit, daughter of the high priest, senorita, way hotter than the noonday heat. A petite little widow who knew how to talk sweet, more charming than most women you'll ever meet. Master of the seat, she was able to be an elite general on his own love seat. Her feat of bravery made her army retreat to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. A few days later, Yehudit came back, told the general, "Get ready to attack. Not a scrap of kosher food in town. It's famine. Folks are bound to break down." The general rejoiced. He said, "This is great. You and I should celebrate with a hot day. If you're not too busy, I'd like to invite you to come by yourself to my tent tonight." Yehudit consented. That evening she went all alone, entered the general's tent, brought a wheel of a famous homemade cheese and some fine strong wine that was sure to please. She fed him that savory goat cheese first, then kept pouring wine to quench his thirst, till he got so drunk that he couldn't keep his eyes open. Soon he was deep asleep, but while that wasted warlord snored, Yehudit unfastened his massive sword. He was out for the night, couldn't put up a fight as she swung down the blade with all her might. One stroke chopped off the general's head, left him dead lying there on the bed. She wrapped up his bloody head with a rag and took it from his tent in her big handbag. Walked slowly so she raised no suspicion as she returned from her covert mission. And when she was safe in the city's gates, she showed all her people the general's fate. The Jews rejoiced when they heard the news. She rallied the troops, there was no time to lose. They attacked at dawn and their enemies fled when they saw that the mighty general was dead. Thanks to Yehudit, daughter of the high priest, senorita, way hotter than the noonday heat. A petite little widow who knew how to talk sweet, more charming than most women you'll ever meet. Master of the seat, she was able to be an elite general on his own love seat. Her feat of bravery made her army retreat to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat.